This girl's hand was cut off by her own biological mother because of witchcraft, and today, this beautiful girl is struggling to live a comfortable life.
Hi.
Hello, my beautiful people of God. It's your brother
like this.
Emmanuel. This video you about to watch will show
Gloria, I
you
can't
how
believe that your mother would
wicked
do something like
demons
this to
are,
you. What really
how
happened? What did you
wicked
do?
witchcraft
I did nothing to
is.
her.
Then why would she
Watch
do
this
something
video
like
from the
this to
beginning
you?
to the end and
Think of
listen to this
witchcraft.
beautiful lady,
What?
her
Witchcraft.
testimony.
Witchcraft
And
from
don't
where?
forget,
You or her?
follow my Facebook
my
page.
mother.
Christ
Wow.
is the hope of glory.
So what did she say?
Subscribe to my YouTube channel.
After this incident,
Christ
so she
is the
started
hope of
confessing
glory.
that,
God bless you.
They have asked her to bring me to the coven for a long time. That after killing me there physically, spiritually, I'm still
Okay, after they've killed you there spiritually, that you are still alive.
yes, physically, I'm still alive. So they have to kill me physically.
Okay, sorry, can the father come? I think she's having difficulty explaining. Okay, sir, you are the father of this child.
Yes, I'm the biological father.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you explain what really happened to her? Why would your wife cut off her own hands?
It's a tale of tragedy because I never knew that she's a witch. And after doing this, she now come to confess that they have been worrying her in the coven because of glory. So she cannot otherwise do anything in order to produce glory. Instead, she used cutlass to condemn her hand if she will die, in order for her to be free in the coven.
Wow, that is really, really sad. So, what about your wife? Where is she right now?
After the incident, when Glory returned from the hospital, she came to visit Glory and found that the Glory is in this situation. Then she left home and take poison and kill herself.
Man, this is really sad. So I would like Glory, can you narrate what really happened on the day that your mother used the cutlass on you? Is that okay? Can you talk about it?
Okay. On that very day, I woke up at 2 o'clock in the midnight. So I asked her to give me phone touch. My father said I should go along with her, that going along with her will be better. So I went along with her to the back of our house because the building is a passage house. There is no toilet and bathroom inside. So we went to the back of the house. My wife called in urinating. So the next thing I heard from my mother is the sound of matches trying to cut away my neck.
Trying to cut your neck?
Yes, trying to cut off my head. So when I was preventing my head, that's how I lost my 2 hands.
Wow, and the mark on your face, it means that she was aiming for your neck.
Yes.
So your mother used cutlass to hit you 3 times on your face.
You can see
Yes.
that
And then she
only
cut off your 2
Jesus
hands.
you need to survive any attack in
Nobody
this world.
intervened. Nobody tried
It
to
takes
help you.
only power of
No,
God
because
for
we
this
already
girl to
knew.
remain alive today, for you
Me,
to
your father
hear
did not hear you
this
screaming.
testimony from her.
No, my
Because
father did not
even
hear me
the
again
parent, the
because
family, they
we are
keep her
already
in the
back
room where
of
she will
the
die, but
Okay, we are at the back
death
of the building, sir. Why didn't
refused
you hear her
to take
screaming?
her away
I mean,
because
it's 2
the
a.m. at
power
night.
of
Everybody
God
will be
is
very,
in
very
her.
quiet. Why didn't you hear her?
Really, I was at the inner room when I heard a small noise. That was when she cut her mouth. So she was unable to shout. Then before I could run outside, when I heard a small voice, before I could be able to run about an inch, I could only find the half hand on the ground. So I ran straight to her. When I get there, I saw that Glory was lying on the ground. Then herself was even, she raised the cutlass in order to just to cut off the neck. When I get there, then I handled the cutlass and we dragged the cutlass before I took the cutlass from her and shouted before people ran outside and rescued us.
Wow, this is really sad. I'm really concerned because this is a mother to daughter's relationship. Mothers are meant to protect their own children. Why would she do something like this? Was she having any form of mental illness?
She performed as a mentor, but that is not the problem. She used mentor to cover herself. She's a witch.
She was one that confessed that she's a witch.
Of course.
With her own mouth.
Of course. And that for a long time they have been troubling her in the coven to fetch glory. And She tried all her best, but she couldn't, since she decided to do it physically.
Well, I think this is the case of a lot of. I've heard of the case of witchcraft across Nigeria, and whenever a witch is being caught in the act, they start behaving like they have mental issues, and they begin to gain sympathy of the public that, oh, this person is mentally unstable. You understand me? I think that's what happened. So now let's go back to that night when this whole incident happened. What was the next thing you did when you found Glory lying unconscious?
Well, I could not do anything rather than carrying her to the nearby hospital. When we get to the hospital, they found that they cannot be able to give any treatment to her, so they had to return me back. So I left there to another hospital.
As you watch the video, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Christ is the hope of glory. And follow me on Facebook. Christ is the hope of glory. You are blessed.
No, the day the incident happened, I took her to Cottage Hospital in Auburn. So they couldn't, the doctor was unable to take any treatment. So I have to carry her back to our house again. When they break, I have to take her to this Uronigbe General Hospital. They couldn't admit us. Then I took her to Obiaroko General Hospital. Same thing. Then we left for Eku.
That same day.
That same day. The same thing happened. They know where they was unable to reach where she is. So I have to take her to the village. Getting to the village, our family gathered together and see her. They said that she's not going to survive, that she must die. So they have to put her inside one of the condemned room, so that she will die there. So after about 3 days, she keep calling me, Daddy, even if my mother happened to do me like this, you cannot be able to abandon me like this. Take me away from here, I will survive.
She was still in the same clothes?
Yes.
Was she eating?
No.
No food, no water?
No, only water used to pass through the air. Through the ear. She took water through the ear. Because there is no mouth any longer. The whole teeth was condemned.
This girl said, in the coven, so she has been killed in the coven, but she is still alive. That's why they send the mother to come and kill her physically. Be careful of people.
Manage and take her to the Delta State teaching hospital. Then I took her to the teaching hospital. There she was admitted, and that is the place they give her the treatment.
This was after 3 days after the whole thing happened?
After 3 days. No even first aid treatment given to her, but she's still alive. Before I took her to the hospital at Ogara, before they gave her the first aid treatment and admitted. I'm
waiting for you, brothers and sisters. Follow my Facebook page, Christ is the hope of glory, and subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Wow.
Christ
so
is the hope of glory. You are blessed.
What was your wife doing?
She
was not arrested?
She was, immediately it happens, then I went to the police station to report to the matter. They came and carried her to the station and put her inside the cell. All along, when we were at the hospital, she kept on worrying the policemen in the station there. The policemen came to me at the hospital and asked me where the family of my wife is. Then I described it to them before they carry herself to the father. So that's how it happens.
So the police released her?
The police released her on bail because of the worriness she was giving to them in the station. So when they were, as at then we were at the hospital, when we were being discharged, she came to visit us after 2-3 days when we landed home. So when she came, she was asking the daughter, Glory, that what happens to you? Glory asked her that, Mama, you did this to me. She never believed. She was surprised. He said that a human being cannot do her daughter something of this nature. I said that you are the one that did it. That's how she left. Before about not more than 3 hours again, we could only hear that she's dead and she poisoned herself.
You can see that it's only Jesus you need to survive any attack in this world. It takes only power of God
things are
for this
happening
girl
in
to remain
society
alive
and,
today, for you to
you know,
hear this
it's really
testimony
sad
from
looking
her.
at this girl
Because
now. God
even the
knows
parent, the
how
family
she's going
that
to live
keep
this
her
life
in
and
the room
enjoy
where
what
she will die,
has
but
been placed on
death
earth for young people like
refuse
her to
to
enjoy.
take
It's
her away,
unfortunate
because the
that
power
she
of
has to
God
go through
is
all
in
of
her.
this, that she had to go through all of this. Life is somehow, I mean, people are scared of Boko Haram, banditry, kidnap, and a lot of other things. And when you think that you are in your own home
Please,
and you are
as
safe,
you watch the video, subscribe to my YouTube
this
channel.
is really, really
Christ is the
pathetic.
hope
And
of glory.
Glory, I'm so
And follow
sorry
me
that you
on
had to go
Facebook.
through
Christ is
all
the
of
hope
this. Are you
of
done
glory.
with your
You are
school? Like,
blessed.
did she continue with her education?
She couldn't continue any longer because there's no hand to write.
How old was she when this whole thing happened?
At least he was 13 years old when 3 days to sit for her primary 6 leaving certificate examination when the incident happened to her. So she could not go to school any longer since she has no hand to write.
So ever since, what has she been doing?
She found herself that she cannot stay at home alone, busy doing nothing, and she decided to go into computer engineering. So she learned computer.
Wow, that's interesting. So Glory, you know computer very well. You went for computer training.
Yes.
Is this something you really want to do?
No, not exactly. I just find myself at home, busy doing nothing. So I look around and think about it. What can I do to be still moving around as my mates? So I decided to go for the computer.
Okay. So is there any skill that you want to learn? Because I don't know how possible it would be to go to school and get certified, because I think that there are people without hands that still find a way to attend school. But is there any skill you would like to learn?
Just as you say, after the incident, so I wanted to forward my education, but because of financial aspect, my father could not afford anything because he had spent a lot on me during I was living at the hospital. So I just decided to stay at home. But from now, I don't know what to do. I can't say I will go and learn nurse or tailor or hairdresser, all those work that girls used to do. So what I can do now is my condition. What I just need is boutique shop.
You want to own a boutique?
Yes.
Where you can sell clothes, shoes, jewelries, bags.
Yes.
Okay. So like, how much will it cost you to set up one?
I can't really predict.
You have not really done the visibility study. But that's a business that you think you'll be able to manage.
Yes.
Have you thought of also learning a skill as well? While you own a business, very good, but having a skill too, something to get busy with.
Yes, I could have liked that.
Okay. Since you learned computer, do you know how to operate computer very well? Like, what can you do with computer?
I already do the typing and printing and photocopy.
Okay. So even if she has to learn graphic design, it's not easy for her to operate the mouse. Even video editing and some of those things. So the things that she can learn, they are very, very few. Very, very few. So, and you see, one thing against discrimination, if she sets up her own business now, what's the chance that she will not be discriminated? Do you understand? If somebody sees that, the person who owns the shop does not have hands, they might just want to check the next door. So I really don't know how this girl is going to cope with her life. Sincerely, like, Gloria, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I'm really, really, really sorry about this. How can we help this girl? Pastor, you are the one that told me about this girl's situation. You've heard everything that the father said. Do you think there's anything missing out from the story?
Well, they've said the reality as it happens. So everything they've said is actually what we heard that has happened according to the father and the daughter and the people in the compound on the day of the incident.
Okay, now I'd like to ask you, what's your comment about witchcraft?
Well, I actually know witchcraft is real. Although some people try or tend to deny witchcraft, but I know as a preacher of the gospel that witchcraft is very real. We have seen several incidents of this all around the world, so I know witchcraft is real.
Glory, do you have Glory, do you have any advice for anybody out there in similar situation as you?
Yes.
What's your advice?
My advice to them is that no condition is permanent in this life. That in any situation you find yourself, just thank God, give glory to God, because no condition is permanent. And even with my condition, I'm still helping others with the one I can do.
You're still helping people?
Yes. Like today, on my way coming back to this place, I met a blind man and he asked me to help him to cross road. So I still thank God that at least in that point I'm still better than him.
Sorry, I didn't hear you. You met who?
A blind man.
A blind man, and then he was telling you he told you to help him to cross the road.
Yes.
Wow, that's so nice. Wow, so you're contributing to society, right? Or I give you some smile. Are you going to smile? All right, bye-bye. This is from Glory Smart. You've seen her lifestyle. You can see how pathetic it is, and a very strong, very spirited person.